Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Asian shares presented a mixed picture early Tuesday as optimism stemming from a record rally on Wall Street was countered by anxiety over soaring oil prices and the specter of a potential AI bubble. Japan's benchmark Nikkei 225 saw a gain of 0.7%, closing at 62,881.03. In contrast, South Korea's Kospi dropped 1.2% to 7,726.30, with analysts attributing this to a perceived over-reliance on waning AI hopes. Australia's S&P ASX 200 dipped 0.3% to 8,676.60, while Hong Kong's Hang Seng advanced 0 but overdue or Kamin played modest 90 cents to 98 bahters 98 coin bahter, Wern crude climbing 90 cents to $105.11 a barrel as the war with Iran shows no signs of abating and President Trump rejected Iran's latest ceasefire proposal. This conflict has already led to global inflation and the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. Despite these geopolitical tensions and rising costs, some U.S. companies reported better than expected profits, indicating resilience in the U.S. economy. The U.S. dollar strengthened against the Japanese yen but weakened against the euro. This news comes from the Canadian press. In a high-profile trial unfolding in Oakland, California, OpenAI CEO Sam Altman is under intense scrutiny as he prepares to testify this week. The lawsuit, filed by OpenAI co-founder Elon Musk, alleges that Altman and President Greg Brockman betrayed the company's original nonprofit mission, shifting it towards a capitalist venture now valued at $852 billion. Testimony thus far has painted a complex picture, with former board members recounting Altman's turbulent 223 ouster and co-founder Ilya Sutskever accusing Altman of a consistent pattern of lying. While neither tech titan has emerged as entirely sympathetic, the trial poses significant risks for Altman's leadership and public perception. The outcome could have broad implications for OpenAI and its competitors, including Musk's own AI firm and Anthropic, as all prepare for anticipated initial public offerings. This report is from the Canadian press. The Canadian press reports that Ontario Provincial Police, OPP, have confirmed the recovery of two bodies, a child and an adult, from Lake Erie on Monday. The individuals, identified as a 7-year-old and a 53-year-old, both from Norfolk County, had been reported overdue from a boating trip. They were discovered approximately 3.5 kilometers from the shore near St. William's, Ontario, by a passing boater. The Canadian Coast Guard then assisted in recovering their bodies from the water. OPP Sergeant Ed Sanchuk extended his deepest condolences to the friends and family of the victims, acknowledging the profound grief they must be experiencing. Further updates on the incident are expected as the investigation continues. The Toronto District School Board has announced hundreds of additional layoffs, specifically targeting administrative employees, following previous job cuts last month. A TDSB spokesperson confirmed to City News Everywhere that these changes will not impact classroom staff, but will result in the reduction of 218 central staff positions and the elimination of an additional 91 vacant roles. The board states these measures are part of a broader effort to modernize operations and right-size the number of central administration staff due to years of declining enrollment. The goal is to ensure resources are focused on schools and classrooms, support student achievement, and restore long-term financial sustainability. This latest round of cuts comes just weeks after the TDSB eliminated 289 teaching positions for the 2026-227 school year, also citing declining enrollment. A highly unusual traffic accident occurred in Surrey, British Columbia, on the afternoon of May 9th, as reported by Sing Tao, citing CBC News. A motorcycle collided with a white private car near the intersection of Surrey and Delta on Scott Road. The force of the impact was so significant that the motorcycle was sent flying and astonishingly became suspended on the frame of a traffic light. This bizarre sight immediately drew the attention of nearby residents and passersby, many of whom stopped to observe and record the scene. Rescue personnel were dispatched to the site to manage the situation and safely retrieve the motorcycle. The Delta Police Department stated that preliminary investigations suggest excessive speed might have been a contributing factor to the accident. The motorcycle rider sustained serious injuries and was hospitalized, but their life is not in danger. The driver of the private car was uninjured. The incident caused considerable traffic disruption in the area. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.